What's up, geeks and gamers? Did you get pranked? Ooh. Hell yeah. We're, of course, about to run an all cutscene speedrun, as I have disclaimed exactly to that stipulation. Now, saying it's he might imply maybe it's not Stardew, which, yeah. Listen, not pranked bully. No. The second prank was, of course, content on a Tuesday night, a night typically reserved for finding paths and dungeoneering where dragons are. But it's also the day of the fool, so I had to do it to him. Me, the fool. So really, I think, before we get started, I've got an important question. Would it mean anything to you if I did this? We're playing the hit FMV game Contradiction. By hit, I mean, cult classic. So, you know. And the inspector does do a really funny... There's a whole thing with the hand symbol. We're running all cutscenes. I recently, like a month and a half back, 2 months ago, something like that, someone mentioned... So, it was Big Scared, actually. It was doing an FMV night, and this game came up, and I looked at the speedrun board, and there was an all cutscenes, and I became instantly goblinized. And I had watched like an actual play of this, or a let's play, whatever they're called, a while back from the fine folks at Secret Sleepover Society, Jacob Drawfee and Julia Drawfee. And it rips and it rocks, and it's really fun. So I went and played it. I did like 5 practice speedruns, and here we are. It's like, so I can laugh correctly, really mad. Yeah, so we got like a 2-hour... Essentially, what we are doing here tonight is we are speedrunning and, you know, like a feature-length film, more or less. Got so epically pranked when I opened the stream. Scribble. Get pranked. Oh, I should say hello to everyone. Samantha, get pranked. Jess, get pranked. Mermaid, get pranked. Underscore, get pranked. Lizard, get pranked. Scribble, get pranked. Yeah. That's the long and short of the situation. The joke is not the game. The game is silly, but it rules, and the speedrun rules. It's very fun. It is a little... Mouse accuracy is my passion, to remember where things are on the screen and click them good. So you know how that is. But anywho, it's all good. I'm also trying out a new thing with Live Split with where you can have a little like notes tab. It's a little plugin you can download. That's pretty fun. And I will maybe have to skip and unskip a split to get it to work right. At least that's what was happening last time. So if you see that, ignore that. I'm gonna turn off the Stardew music. That was just part of the bit. Bye, Stardew music. This game is pretty silly, and the content warnings are mostly surface level, but it is a murder mystery, and in classic murder mystery fashion, they do a lot of like, oh yeah, that was probably suicides, and trivializing mental health a little bit. There is also some what is pretty clearly fake blood at the very end, but yeah, change category time. Thank you for the reminder. Let's also update title now that you've been pranked. Bless. Somebody knows how to stream here. Takes a village, etc. Lie back down. I'm so proud of you for running all cutscenes real. Can't believe you were all so epically pranked. Pretty wild misdirection. I did get him. No one spotted my contradiction. Anyway, like I was saying, this game is silly. There are some, yeah, like mild content warnings, I would say. So some alcoholism discussion as well as the other stuff I mentioned. So, but mostly we're gonna be running around as Inspector Jenks, and we're spotting contradictions. The main game mechanic is exactly like it sounds. The menu comes up like this. You ask people about stuff, the clues you found, and then you get them. When you spot conflicting information, you can like pick two things, and it'll play a little cutscene. Hence the all cutscenes. Basically, this is the any percent route, but you're not allowed to do any cutscene skipping. The any percent is like 40 minutes or something, I think. This is the more entertaining and more readable version of it, is my understanding. So, without further ado, we got a 2-hour run ahead of us. This is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I don't know that well enough, but it might not be, you know? So, here's to that. Alright. Anywho. Time starts when I reset the game. A thing I pre-reset so you couldn't see all the scenes that we've got coming up. But yeah, basically we progress. We're trying to solve a mystery by midnight. That's all you need to know. There's a category, or on screen called cheats. Yeah, when you're playing through this casually, we will not be using cheats, of course. It's all up here. And by up here, I mean on my second screen in a little window that Live Split has spawned. That I need to expand. That will tell me the stuff to click on. But you can, like, you get clues, and then when the clues are too much, you give up on that. And, you cheat, I guess. Alright, like I said. When we do the reset here, we're in it, and I'm trying to remember. First thing we do, we got to go get the screwdriver. The weird thing about this notes extension, one last thing before we start, is like I can't see the first split's notes until I start it, and I hate that. So anywho, without further ado, in 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure you let me know if you can hear the game audio. It's mostly just a soft music right now. We need to go here. We need to go to the jetty. I need to skip and unskip. Oh no, we need to go back to Eden Lodge. I already messed up. I should reset. I will not be doing that. It's pretty quiet. Oh, I might have it like way turned down, so we might do a quick calibration here.
Very trusting, leaving a bike unlocked. Looks like homebrew equipment.
Is that good? A little loud? It might be a little loud on my end.
This might come in handy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I forgot I had this turned way down because I was like playing it while doing other stuff. Okay, so we got a screwdriver. We found at Eden Lodge. We're gonna see a lot of Eden Lodge. We're not gonna see a lot of this jetty.
Looks like
I
a piece of jewelry
to,
there, stuck between the boards.
I didn't actually have to search
well
there.
and truly wedged in.
We just need to use the screwdriver while we're out and about. We're learning. Throw me off. I gotta.
Interesting. I thought forensics had checked the whole area. Obviously not very well.
Really can't trust anyone else. Only Inspector Jenks. Okay, we're gonna go meet Simon.
Is it Simon?
To Simon,
Yeah.
importantly.
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating an incident in the village. Could I come in and ask you a few questions, please? Yeah. Thank you.
We can just go through here if you want. Emma's working in the front room.
Hi.
This is Inspector James.
Jenks.
What's all this about?
There was a death in the village. Kate Vine, I believe you both knew her.
Yeah. Do you need to speak to both of us?
I believe that's about right. I'm gonna talk over it a little bit.
That's okay.
Just come through. Is it okay in here?
Oh, this will be fine, yeah.
Do you want anything? Water?
No, I won't be long.
Okay.
Okay, we're we're gonna instantly skip past Simon. We're gonna ask Emma about
Thank you. Probably be back later.
and tutorials.
Sorry, it's only a few questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so we asked about the Freedom Necklace.
Ever seen this?
This actor
Looks like
he's so funny.
That's my old necklace. I gave this to Kate.
So Kate might have been wearing it last Friday.
Yeah, well, perhaps, but I can't see why. She was always buying new things, you know, lots of jewellery, stuff like that. It's meant to be a bird in cage, but the cage's fallen off. I'll show you.
Where did you buy it?
I didn't. Some wanted present.
Secret admirer.
Not so secret.
I see.
That's how it should have looked. It's called a freedom necklace.
Do you mind if I keep this?
No, not at all.
So the necklace did belong to Kate. Interesting. I'm starting to wish I'd brought a spare evidence bag.
Yeah. Commentary might be.
I
available,
noticed a
not
lot
talking
of
about too
bottles
much.
outside. Are they yours?
Yeah, I make homebrew.
For yourself?
Well, no, I give it out to my friends and stuff. I tried selling it at first, but I didn't have any takers, except for James over at Farmhouse. I used to trade it to him for herbs and stuff.
Do you see James a lot?
No, not really.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
So
We're noting this.
last Friday's meeting, I think.
Did you see her after the meeting?
No.
How long have you known Kate?
That would be when we started Atlas. 3 months ago?
Did you socialise outside Atlas?
No.
How would you describe her? What sort of person was she?
Well, she's talented. She was full of life, you know? Sharp, quite sharp.
Would
You
you
never want to hear that
say
someone who died
she
was full of
had
life.
any
That's-
emotional problems?
Her mood could
Classic.
change. And, well, there was the drinking problem.
When did you become aware of that?
Well, she would come drunk to meetings sometimes. She would reek of the stuff. I mean, everyone knew, but nobody really said anything.
So, tell me a bit about Atlas.
Oh, it's just a business management training program for postgrads.
And you started this after you left college?
Yeah.
And it's on every Friday?
Yeah, well, my group isn't doing it this Friday, but one of the groups is.
Okay, thanks.
Now, setting up the final piece, we have to ask about the Freedom Necklace.
You know what this is?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Emma had one like it. Actually, you know what? Kate had one. I remember because I asked her about it one night when we were all out drinking in college. I was probably pretty drunk.
That's what college is all about.
Okay, so we're gonna select Freedom Necklace 2. Kate Vine's death 2. Really makes you think. Get him, Jenks.
So how did you know Kate was wearing a freedom necklace 18 months ago? At college?
Well, I
Random
knew
look.
Kate at college, but I didn't get to know her till we started Atlas.
Right, so you didn't socialise with her at college?
He's a little rascal
And you
for sure.
didn't socialise with her outside of Atlas?
No.
You didn't see her outside Atlas at all?
No. Not at all.
Okay. Split when the time locks in. Alright, we gotta go meet.
So Simon did know
James.
Kate at college, but why would he lie about that? Maybe he knows Kate better than he's willing to admit. 6 o'clock. I wonder if Rebecca's working in the pub tonight.
We'll get to Rebecca. Don't worry about that, Jenks.
Who is it? I'm a police officer, Detective Inspector Jenks. It's all right, you can carry on if you want to. We'll just go in. I'm investigating a death in the village.
He's
Kate
having a
Vine.
moment, for sure.
There was a death recently.
I knew her.
Well, could I ask you a few questions, please?
A bit dark.
Well, if you give me your name and address, I'll come later on. Where do you live?
Farmhouse.
And what's your name?
Normal style. We're just gonna jump directly to Abbey Farm.
According to the map, Abbey Farm is across the road there.
You're gonna be so surprised, because, like, as soon as we go, I think illegally, break into this guy's greenhouse, he's gonna be back at home.
picture frames with black painted glass. Very interesting.
This guy's really into regular style stuff for sure. Expectations for rule following were pretty low. Yeah. It's not a good start when it's immediately theft a screwdriver. We gotta ask about these frames.
Could I ask you a few more questions, please?
Didn't take you long.
Haven't got much time.
They really nailed
Close
the
the doors, shall I?
everyone is extremely suspicious at all times vibe in this game.
Where do
and
you
I
want to
love
sit?
Oh, anywhere's fine. I didn't quite catch your name.
James, sit there.
Thank you, James.
Why are you
Wait,
asking
what?
me about Kate Pie?
Routine.
that. Oh wait, no, this isn't the
You
one.
know
There's one
Simon,
where he like
don't
sits
you?
down real weird.
Thompson.
Why? What did he say?
That you all went to college together, you and Kate. Is that right?
Might have done.
Right. Good enough.
We're gonna ask about frames.
Now, what's all this stuff in the workshop? Paint and stencils and things like that.
Just a little sideline of mine.
Oh, you do picture framing.
They're black mirrors. Scrying mirrors.
Now, what's a scrying mirror?
Show you one if you want.
Yeah, it's the of course stuff.
Scrying goes back centuries. The ancient
Yeah.
Persians did.
You know what I found when I broke into your
This country
greenhouse?
pagans still practice it. The fortune tellers pretend to do it. That's what the crystal ball's all about. It's all scrying. The mirror's just one way of doing it.
But what is scrying?
Depends who you are. People do it for different reasons.
What sort of reasons?
Exploring your mind, clearing your mind, communicating with the dead.
Is that what you use them for, James? Communicating with the dead?
How they make them for other people these days.
And there's a market for these, is there?
Lots of people want to talk to the dead, even if they don't believe in it.
Do you make a profit on them?
It's crying.
I don't do it for the money.
How very charitable of you. Can I keep this?
Keep it.
So I'm gonna do my best to keep the mouse off screen, but you know.
Black mirrors
It is what it is.
and
Oh, Black Mirror
hookups.
mentions? Like
I wonder what
phone?
else James is into.
Also the real bummer of, you know, doing like a correct any percent route of this and skipping a lot of the clues that are dead ends for people is you get a lot less of asking James about a thing
Always
that he
nice
knows
to
nothing about and him
randomly
being
find the
like,
key on the
be like,
floor.
do you know anything about? And he's just like, nah, nope. That's all he says. All right, we gotta inspect behind the pub. Again, a normal and legal thing for this man to be doing. Now that we mysteriously ran to exactly the right spot and got a key. Regular style. Show inventory.
Broken window. Recently smashed by the look of it. Might have to ask about that.
Gamers, there will be a quiz here. British search warrants for the entire village. Yeah, I assume, right? Silver key. On into the window? Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, you prepared a Kahoot? Maybe. No. We've reached the end of the setup work I did for pranks. The lighting in here does have Indiana Jones vibe. Like he's about to discover the, you know, Holy Grail or something. It's just a mask.
I wonder whose mask this is. Rebecca's or Ryan's?
Right, chat. We're about to go get you a contradiction. I know you're fiending for a second one. Yeah, that's his now. He owns that. I made this. I made this.
Sorry, what can I get you?
Detective Inspector Jenks. Rebecca, is it?
Yeah.
There's been an incident in the village. I'm conducting an investigation. Could I ask you a few questions, please?
Right. Come through.
Thank you.
What's it about?
There's been an unexplained death locally, not sure if you've heard.
The student?
Yes.
Yes, it was dreadful news.
You're married to Ryan, one of the Atlas leaders, yes?
I suppose I
It's
am,
only
yes.
fair, yeah.
Well, I just wanted to ask a few questions about Kate and Atlas, if that's okay.
I don't know if I'll be able to answer any of them, but
I
sure.
don't think this Atlas place might not be above board. Gonna ask about
How did the window get broken out round the back?
I don't actually know. Someone said two girls were arguing outside. I found out after they'd gone.
And when was this?
Last Friday, just after we opened, about 6:30. I taped over it until I can get it fixed. We don't want people getting cut and suing us.
Does that sort of thing happen a lot? Arguments?
No, not really. I'm quite strict when it comes to barring clients I don't think are suitable.
Everyone in here delivering the acting performance.
Did
of
you
a
know
lifetime.
Kate?
Parentheses
Not
extremely
very
real.
well.
I love
she
it. I'm
came
having
in
a
a
lot
few
of fun.
times, but she was quite a moody person. You could tell she had problems.
When was the last time you saw her?
Friday. She popped in for a minute.
And when was that?
7-ish.
Was she on her own?
I didn't see who she was with. She put £20 on the bar and then left.
What was that for?
A breakage, presumably.
£20? Just for a beer glass?
Well, she was very drunk. She just put it on the bar and then walked out.
Was there a broken glass?
Not that I noticed. But she was a strange girl.
Alright. Get her ass.
Aha.
So, you said Kate gave you £20 for a breakage, but you didn't have a breakage.
That's right.
Do you
Nothing
think
was
the
broken?
payment could have been for the broken window? Could it have been Kate who was arguing?
Well, I suppose it could have been. Yeah. It could have been Kate. You're probably right, yeah.
But you don't know who she was arguing with.
No, I'm not sure.
I'll ask around.
Not realising Kate had broken the window. Rebecca really should have worked that out before now. Unless she did. But why would she lie about that?
Drunk. Unclear.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay, we gotta ask about the cardboard mask.
Have a look at this. Know anything about that?
I haven't seen this one, but it looks a lot like an Atlas mask. We use them for some of the workshops and stuff.
Really?
Well, you have to say something boastful or arrogant. You do it first without the mask, and then you say it with a mask.
And the point is?
Well, it's easier when you have the mask on, isn't it? People are not as afraid to be free about themselves, you know?
How did you find out about Atlas?
Well, it was advertised. Actually, I think I've still got the... This is the advert that was at my college. To be honest, I've learned more in 3 months at Atlas than I did in 3 years at business school.
Can I keep that?
Yeah, go for it.
I suppose that might be useful as a conversational starter.
Right, time to light Emma up. We're gonna get her contradiction after contradiction. Kate's argument. I know you.
Did
were
you
involved.
hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
No, I wasn't there.
You weren't in the village?
No, I went home last Thursday night, actually, to see my parents.
Yeah, last Thursday night.
But you do visit the pub.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I know Rebecca quite well. We all went there quite a bit after college.
What about this?
What do you know about Atlas?
I know that it's a business course. I went with Simon when he first went, but it wasn't really my thing.
How often did you go?
Just the once.
And you decided it wasn't for you?
Yeah, I'd been to something similar, so decided it wasn't for me.
And scrying.
Have you seen one of these before?
Is that from James?
Now, what do you know about James?
That he's creepy. He was selling them last Friday at the market. There's a market every week type thing. And I usually go there for lunch.
So you wouldn't buy one of these?
No, I wouldn't. But Kate would.
Was she into this sort of thing?
No, I don't think so. She bought one, and I went round to her flat to try it out. You're meant to see ghosts or spirits or something. It doesn't work.
How do you use it?
You're just meant to stare into it. Shall I show you?
Go ahead.
Okay,
Notepad's
so
out. We're gonna learn how to scry.
You just stare like this. And, then you see...
Also note, they're gonna play some scary
Sorry,
sounds. There are not jump scares in this. We're chilling.
Look, you're meant to see a ghost or something. Look, it doesn't work. Didn't work, so.
Okay. Mirror 2. Argument 1. Get her.
Aha.
Slipping.
So, you went home to see your parents on Thursday night, that right?
Yes.
But you said you saw James at the market on Friday.
Like IRL?
No, I went to see my parents on Friday night.
What time did you go on Friday?
8 or 9.
And
What's
you
in the
didn't
James
see
explanation?
Kate at
It's
all
mostly just
on Friday?
meditation and stuff. Like centering yourself.
You're not a very
So
good
maybe.
liar, Emma.
Okay. I saw Kate.
Where?
At the pub we were arguing.
Go on. What were you arguing about?
I'd lent her £50 because she was desperate, and we were just arguing. It didn't really bother me. She just didn't have it.
And Kate broke the window?
Yes. She did things like that when she was angry.
Smash things?
Yes.
So it was Emma arguing with Kate. But why didn't she want to admit it? In case it gave her a motive? Or something else?
Oh no. I misclicked. That. Argument 3 as well.
Aha.
So you lent money to Kate because she was desperate, but she bought loads of jewellery and things. So why were you lending her money?
Well, no, it's because,
It wasn't about money, was it, Emma?
No.
Emma looking incredibly suspicious right now.
What was it really
Catching
about?
her in a web of lies.
We were arguing because she was going to blackmail Ryan, the guy from Atlas, over an affair he was having, and then tell his wife if he didn't give her the money.
Ryan's affair with Kate?
No, I don't know. I think he was having an affair with another student and Kate found out.
And why were you involved?
Because I didn't really agree with it. I didn't agree with what she was doing, even if he did have an affair.
Were you friends with Ryan?
No, I'd never met him.
You just thought Kate was wrong?
Yeah.
You ever just thought someone was
Not
wrong?
sure about this.
Just for fun?
Emma's either on a moral crusade, or there's another... Aha.
You said you went to an Atlas meeting with Simon.
Yes.
That's interesting, because I happen to know that Ryan is the main lecturer at Atlas. But you say you never met him. Why did you say you don't know him?
Okay, I need to tell you something. I just need to make sure Simon doesn't find out.
I won't be telling Simon anything he doesn't have to hear.
And you can't tell Rebecca either.
Go on.
Mermaid,
Okay,
it's
so the
only
affair-
inputs. It's clicking stuff. Good. Yeah.
That happened was between Ryan and I.
The any percent you at
I
least
was
have to
having the
like
affair. And Kate knew.
skip cutscenes and
So
stuff.
Kate was blackmailing both of you?
No.
Oh, versus
Care about
cutscenes?
me.
Oh.
It was part of the course, you see, having to take all these risks.
Minimal.
She thought it was funny to turn her back on Ryan. She thought I wouldn't care.
But you did.
Yes, I was already with Simon when Ryan and I, and I didn't want
Yeah,
Simon
I hope you're
finding
prepared,
out,
because
and
this
Kate
will be
thought
what
that he
Stardew is
wouldn't, but I
like
didn't
when
want
we
her
run all
risking it.
cutscenes.
And then if Rebecca found out, then Simon would definitely have found out, and then it would have blown up, and it would have just been a big mess.
And so you just argued and... what?
Well, she just stormed off and broke a window.
And that was it?
Yeah,
You didn't
like
see
there's
her
not
again
all the
that night?
interviews, technically.
Are you
Story
sure?
cutscenes, yes. So,
Yes. I promise.
gamers were still red. We have to go to the clearing,
7 o'clock.
which, as the notes say,
Ryan's a bit of
we meet
Lothario,
Kyle,
is he?
a lovely
I think It's
man.
time I met this Ryan Rand face to face.
You mind not defacing public property, please?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm a policeman.
And that's supposed to make what difference exactly?
It means that you do exactly what I tell you to do.
Or what? Or you arrest me?
No, I'll give you a fine this time.
So, if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money? What happens if you do something that I don't like? You're gonna give me some money?
Look, I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Could you just go?
Pathetic.
Yeah, no, this dude, what a great guy. A lovely man, again, as the note said. We're about to get to the best clue ask before too long here. We got a few before we get to ask about this, but we're getting there. Oh, wait, no, actually, no, it's right here. We go ask Simon about it right away. I just misread.
There you go. Come on. Cute. Smells nice. What is that?
Chili pork.
I have no idea.
The other thing we're gonna miss out on is
used
getting to
be
ask
what I
every
said.
single character.
No, I don't do it so much.
I did
Used to
this.
grow my own herbs and everything. Not here.
Would you know what it meant?
No, at the farmhouse where I used to live.
Oh, where was that?
That's where James lives. Yeah, we used
Yeah,
to share
we're
a house
bothering
together.
these people so
The
bad,
farmer
just
used to let us
wandering
use
in
a
and out of their
corner
lives.
His greenhouse to grow stuff.
I didn't know you knew James that well.
Well, didn't really get on.
Where are the greenhouses?
Oh,
But
secret
it's
bonus
just through the
greenhouse
farmyard
about
at
to
the
be
back.
unveiled.
Interesting.
Okay, let's get him.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Who did you see doing that?
Someone in the woods carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle. It's a guy from the course. He's an idiot.
And where does he live?
I can't remember. Somewhere outside the village. The three fingers thing is something the students started doing. It's something from the course. The three.
Yeah, it's with the thumb out.
The what?
We're about to
The
get
three
the
freedoms. It's from the
Freedom.
course. It's a phrase.
Free to be free.
Free yourself from the things that are holding you back. Right.
Three
Things that
fingers
stop you being
mentioned?
successful.
What are they?
There's fear of failure, guilt, and a doubting, a self-doubt.
You believe that?
Yeah.
Can't believe I'm playing
Guilt
another
ruins
game
lives.
with so many
It
finger
stops you looking forward.
situations.
It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right.
Free to be free. Not the most original slogan, but I wonder
Right.
how far this freedom goes. Best
We're gonna
knock
need
on the
everyone to
window
be
for
so
Emma.
cool.
Simon always answers the front door.
Right here, because we're gonna have to confiscate some plants from the secret greenhouse. If
Simon
you know what I
mentioned
mean.
another greenhouse on the farm. Must be up the hill over there.
Yeah, Lizard, this is locked in now. It's too late. I didn't even think about that being another representation of the brand. I guess it just
Don't know what it
happens.
is, but be interesting to see what he says about it.
Gonna steal this dude's mint leaves. Well, we are taking it to ask him about it, but yeah, we're stealing it for sure.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Everyone's pretty chill about it too.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
That's about the
Called
most you
investigating,
get.
James.
Yeah. It's just mint. Mint leaves. For cooking.
Hey, no,
Yeah,
James, you're right.
I,
He did steal your property
you were a bit of
and
a
break
public
into
chef.
your place.
Dabble a bit. Won a few competitions.
Very impressive. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around?
Must have dropped it.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Now, we maybe don't have this information yet, but we have a hunch, extrasensorily, that maybe Rebecca knows some stuff about plant stuff.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Do you know what these are?
Oh, magic mint. Where did you find this?
Magic mint.
Bartenders use mint, so
Salvia
true.
divinorum. I used to grow it years ago. It makes you trip.
In what way?
It's a hallucinogenic and legal. Quite a dangerous combination, really.
Do you use it?
Me? No. No, I don't even take medicines. I like to stay pure.
You gotta stop talking like that, Rebecca.
I didn't expect Rebecca to know about growing drugs. I know she claims not to use them herself. But I'm not so
We're about
sure.
to probably not correctly meet a dude and hear about a thing. No, we're actually gonna get the cutscene. Let's go.
What are you? Private Eye?
This one has a bug
no,
that
I'm a
usually
police inspector.
auto clips us to the
Who
end
are you
of
looking
it.
for?
I'm investigating a death in the village.
That student, then. They did one last year, too. Same place.
Did what?
Drowned a student. Ask that psycho about it. He runs that business cult thing up at the big house. Bunch of nut jobs.
Yeah, how did that not come up before?
Liam something? Or sod?
Atlas's reputation precedes them.
Yeah, it might
I
actually
think
just
I
not
might
be in the
call
budget for this
station,
movie because
find out a bit more about this.
it was pretty
Liam.
low budget. Oh, the benches exist? Not as far as I can tell.
Mike, it's Jenks.
I don't know if I'm allowed to leave
Yeah,
this one.
she's
I've never
got
actually
that
had this
case
happen
tonight, the
correctly.
Eaton girl. I wish it was. Listen, are you near a computer?
I can be, yeah, go on.
Do you know anything about a death last year? Someone called Liam in Edenton Village?
Don't remember it. Hang on, let's have a look.
Yeah, inside my own dwelling, I'll sit on the ground all I want.
Yeah, Liam Rogers. Says suicide last year.
Suicide?
Hang on, 2 suicides in 2 years, both on Edenton. Blimey, you've got your work cut out, Jexy.
Yeah, don't I know
Hey,
it?
Chief, shouldn't you know that?
Good luck with that, and see you Monday.
Shouldn't you have put that together? Usually it clips right to there where you hang up the phone. We gotta go ask James about Liam's death. We got a few things to ask James,
A few more
actually.
questions, please. Thank you. Did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam who died?
You mean Liam who killed himself?
Yeah.
He was in
That
my
one,
year,
Liam,
on a different
who
course.
died,
What course was
gets
Liam
me every
on?
time, too.
Can't remember, not mine.
What was yours?
Plant science. First time I knew about Liam was when he killed himself.
Right, so you didn't meet him?
No.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James?
Was that skin cream?
I think there's like a near
It's
identical
not a
line, too,
skin
where someone
cream,
else does the
no.
exact same thing.
It's a
It's like,
plant.
Liam who? And he's
Really?
like,
Don't know much
"You
about
know this."
plants.
So you've never heard of Salvia?
No.
Yeah, we need to ask about Simon's homebrew. For no reason at all.
Have you ever tried Simon's homebrew?
Thompson's tar? Yeah, I've tried it.
Did he sell it?
Well, not to me, not for money anyway. We used to trade stuff.
What did you trade?
I make a nice herbal tea as it happens. Him and his girlfriend were into it.
What was his beer like?
Lethal.
Strong?
Knock your eyes out.
Oh, you don't know about plants, but you have a degree in plants?
So,
Contradiction?
your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have.
Maybe.
And you do grow it.
Yeah, it's legal, why not?
What do you do with it?
I use it for explorative purposes, meditation.
And does this involve anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else? Sure.
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
And that's the only drug you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
It's okay, I'll look later. The only drug he grows? I'm not sure I believe that, James. Then again, would someone growing illegal drugs bother growing illegal? Aha. When you say herbal tea, do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded salvia tea with Simon for his homebrew?
So?
So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else?
Yeah, James.
Did you give it to anybody else? How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
No.
How about Liam?
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.
So you did give him salvia?
Yes, I gave him salvia because he asked for it, but that's not what killed him.
Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic drugs.
Didn't commit suicide. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what happened.
Okay, so
I think
what
we're here
happened
for a
then?
little bit on this
Do
one.
you
We're
even know
getting
about
lower
Third
down.
Eye?
Go on.
You don't know about Third Eye. If you don't know about Third Eye, you know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them, single-handed. I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station?
Okay, start again. They were what?
You don't know anything, do you? Look. They were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know. We can make your life better sort of crap. Then they were putting everyone through this brainwashing program to make them compliant and selling them on. It's all there.
What do you mean, selling them on?
Selling them. Like objects, commodities.
To who?
Oh yeah, the cult
Anyone
stuff
who could
gets a little
afford them.
weird from right
Top
here.
politicians, famous celebrities, wealthy businessmen, you name it.
Not as much in
Fool.
actuality,
Don't
but in
get it, do
James's
you?
imagination.
Third Eye were making
mostly.
and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping people's personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs, deliberately turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days?
No.
Millions. And I'm talking per slave. That's why anyone who's
James has actually the correct
public
reaction to
like
that
Liam was
of,
just killed off.
do you know how
He
much
didn't give a damn.
they're trafficking people for?
So you're
And
saying
he's like,
Liam
no,
was murdered
I
by
don't
Third Eye?
actually.
Exactly what I'm saying. That's why I started looking into it. They were all saying it was suicide.
Let's
but
be on the
there's
quiz.
no way.
So, did you ever actually
I'm trying to
meet
remember the
Liam?
quiz I definitely wrote.
Found out about it.
Maybe.
And how did you find out about all this other stuff?
It's obvious, you could tell. I met some of the students. You could see straight away there was something wrong. They were like zombies. You know, I can tell when someone's got ECT damage or when they've been through mind conditioning. It's just obvious. I mean, US military used all these techniques back in the 50s. It's all documented. You can read about it. They showed all the same signs.
So, did you ever actually go to a meeting?
No, but I knew what went on.
How?
Yeah, that's the he
From what
did
people
back
said
into
had
like
been through it.
Okay, so do you know anyone I could speak to who did go through it?
Well, no. Look, it doesn't matter. Why did they close down if it wasn't true? They just closed down and disappeared overnight after I put all the flyers up. Bit of a coincidence.
yeah, he got him with the
Just after
flyers. I don't know what you
Liam
mean.
died.
Yeah,
And do you think that had anything to do with it?
maybe, but it was the flyers that forced them to close.
Okay. Do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out. Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
Alright. We've heard enough about this Atlas and this Third Eye. We gotta go meet Ryan at the Atlas mansion.
Ryan was interviewed in the lounge, according to the report. That must be his office. Ryan!
Yes?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions. Is that all right?
Come in, Inspector.
Thank you.
This actor kills it maybe a little too hard as this slime ball dude. But that's the one I was trying to remember where he like sits down bad.
I'd better not, eh?
So you wanted to speak to me?
I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Kate Vine? Well, yes, she was. All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Well, we have reason to believe there may be rather more to it than that.
Really? Well, then in that case, I'd be prepared to assist in any way possible.
No, this guy's normal. Like he's completely on the level.
What do you know about this?
Not much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize any of the symbols on it?
Sorry.
Where's that mask at?
Can you tell me about this?
Haven't seen that for a while. I had a friend who used to make them for us for the course. He passed away last year.
What does the symbol mean?
It's borrowed from paganism. It's the symbol of the triple goddess. The mother, maiden, and crone, represented by the waxing and waning of the moon. It's an ancient symbol. It predates Christianity. Some people say that it dates back to Paleolithic times.
And is that relevant to the course?
Well, no. I mean, it's a symbol we dabbled with, but it's not particularly relevant. We don't use it on the course, no.
I mean, asked about the freedom phrase, but sadly, not the hand symbol.
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase, free to be free?
Free to be free, my favorite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism.
Oh, does that this place does? We haven't really gotten to that.
Evils of excess, we call them.
They're a business
and
course?
We tell our students
Is the best way
if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realize their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Yeah, don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful.
Yeah.
But he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
Mask 2. Flyer 2. Oh, the symbols?
Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask. Then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, I do remember that.
So what did you know
Yeah, it
about
was
Third
3
Eye?
seconds ago, my guy.
Not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
That explanation was way too short. Ryan's definitely hiding something.
And wait, where's the phrase?
According to the flyer, this Third Eye group was based at the village hall, is that right?
Was it?
That's where you were based, wasn't it?
This guy's having
You
normal.
said you invented the Atlas phrase, free to be free, while you were based at the village hall.
So I did.
So you must have come into contact with Third Eye at some point. You were using the same hall.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you, Inspector.
Noted.
You see, Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name. Sorry.
This guy
Atlas
forgotten already.
is
Unclear.
Third Eye.
In a new improved form, yes.
And you ran Third Eye.
With Dad, yes.
Yeah, we really got
So
those
you must
clues
have
back to
known
back in a
Liam.
way you don't
You
when you're
didn't
playing
just meet him,
casually.
did you?
Yes, I didn't
Really, it's
Inspector,
like-
but don't get your hopes
Yeah, we
up.
solved it already.
All of this has been thoroughly investigated and cleared up.
You've been investigated about his death?
They dropped the case. We didn't have anything to do with it. Well, when I say drop the case, I mean a police investigation is one thing, but what the public thinks is another. They threatened to go public, and then James bloody Wilson started distributing his flyers, and that was it. No choice. There was an end to it.
You had to change the name.
We'd already paid the family an out-of-court settlement. I thought that was an end to it. But then James and his cronies, they wouldn't leave it alone. So we had to close down, buy a new place, rebrand. So eventually, we reopened here.
And he's his cronies, too. I don't know that he's got cronies.
Up till now, yes.
So you knew James Wilson, too?
We knew James, but he didn't know us as such. Oh, he was very quick to shoot us down, but he didn't do anything like actually coming to the course to see what he was about.
So James wouldn't know that.
I was trying to realize why I'm losing so much time. It's because we actually got a
Not
cutscene
unless he came to one of our courses.
Normally bugs out.
How much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines, brainwashing.
I'm afraid that exists only exclusively in the mind of Mr. Wilson. All we do is make better business people. We challenge their prejudices and presumptions. Why don't you come along and see for yourself? The course starts in 15 minutes. Excuse me, Inspector.
Guys, yeah, he's leaving some free thinkers. Clearly.
I can't come back now. Well, you have my card at the moment. All right. All right.
So-called free thinkers in the chat.
That was that. I have to go back. You can come and meet him if you like.
Well, I might come and have a chat.
Come with me. To be perfectly honest, Dad's a great businessman, but he lacks imagination. He does, however, believe in the power of the individual, when taught by the right teacher, of course. Ryan!
This guy
just coming.
Saying power of the individual.
He's through here.
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm
That's
investigating
the second phase boss.
a
This
death
is
in
the
village.
secret boss. We've
I
unlocked
believe you knew
here.
Kate Vine.
Oh, I thought all this was dealt with, Inspector. You do know that Kate Vine was a gherkin short of a Big Mac. You do now.
Father.
You must forgive my son, Inspector.
Yeah.
He still can't.
There's a
summon
lot
up
going
the
on with that. It's
courage
like, hey,
to come
maybe
straight to the point.
you shouldn't say that
So
at all.
what do you
But
wanna
like,
know?
did you have to say it
A
like
few more
that?
questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, but I do mind. I'm a very busy man. Try asking an intelligent question, like, do I mind being quizzed about a once promising student who turned into a useless drunk? Ryan, would you mind leaving us for a while?
I'll go back to the centre.
This guy is really spilling all his beans immediately.
Call me if you need me, Dad.
You may begin, Mr. Holmes, although I'm not going to be able to help you. I
You've been
don't
dismissed.
have much to do with the course nowadays, so I can't give you any hard information.
That's as maybe, but we
No,
need...
that's as is. But if you want my opinion, I'd be quite happy to give it to you. So, far away.
Okay, thank you.
Let's about maybe Salvia, maybe Liam's dead.
Wow, Paul certainly doesn't. Have you ever heard of
That's
Salvia
like this is not a
divinorum
passion.
or magic mint?
Sounds like it might be a drug.
It's a hallucinogenic plant. Legal, as a matter of fact.
I'm not a drug taker, Inspector. I have no enthusiasm for voluntarily poisoning your brain.
And you've never seen anyone on the course taking it?
Well, if someone had, they wouldn't have done it openly. We don't allow drugs or alcohol on our course. We like to tell students that success is the best drug. Whether you buy into that, of course, is another matter.
Please.
How well did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam, who took his life.
Oh. Well, as far as I remember, he was a good student, confident, outgoing.
You didn't notice any problems?
They
I believe he had problems at home.
It's so
You there
suspicious
when
that
he
everyone
died?
needs to be reminded about Liam.
Yes.
And afterwards? You didn't see him after the meeting?
No.
What was Liam like that night?
No. Apart from being drunk, or possibly because of that, he seemed perfectly happy.
He was drunk.
Well, I assume the bottle in his hand contained whiskey and not lemonade.
Lots of similarities to Kate, don't you think? Drinking, depression. Is that normal for the students?
People come into the Atlas course for quick solutions to their problems. And when they don't get them as quickly as they might have liked, sometimes their impatience gets the better of them.
Oh, drinking, but not drinking allowed at the site?
So if you don't allow drink or drugs onto the site, why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey all night?
Well, we did give him various warnings. Did try to stop him, but didn't work.
But you let him stay on the course?
Yeah, well, we...
Yeah, oh, hey, yeah, we're not gonna get it. That's not this guy's contradiction, is the,
We're not
the
police.
weird
We can't
mechanic of this
enforce
game.
these rules.
You can't catch
pay
two
their
different
fees,
people in
they're
contradictions,
entitled
but
to
they
stay
happen a
on
lot.
course.
And what if they want to take drugs?
As long as they do it with discretion, frankly, I don't care if they want to wipe or inject paint stripper all over their faces.
Sure, dude.
Store
Okay.
any alcohol?
That's a normal way to think about that.
Is there a kitchen?
Why, do you want to go down there and check?
Well, obviously you wouldn't mind if what you're saying is true.
Of course I wouldn't mind. It's past the lavatories down the corridor, but you won't
go
find
inspect
any
the
drugs
kitchen?
in there or alcohol.
We might find other stuff, though. Don't you worry.
Whether I
about
find
that.
alcohol at Atlas or not, it probably isn't particularly relevant. But it's worth a look anyway. I get the feeling I might be seeing a lot of Paul tonight.
Yeah, we will be seeing some of Paul.
So the kitchen must be down the corridor there, if what Paul said is true.
We don't see it. We don't give a fuck. Yeah. Gamers, we're gonna put this DVD into a TV, and I am here to reassure you, it does say XXX on there, and it is not. Just as a heads up, we're chilling. This is so mundane. We didn't miss the other DVD though, of Ryan giving some sort of business pull yourself up by your bootstrap speech. Just some petty theft, really, is all that's going on here. Well, we'll get to the why someone might record their petty theft. But first...
Well, that was odd.
We have a scary
Like
doll-based
someone
ceremony
pickpocketing.
to view.
Why make a video of it?
Just like real briefly.
Let yourself go.
Turning it to a DVD and leaving it in the lounge? Yeah. Normal style.
Feel your soul.
They're learning about business.
Then wait. For the moment to break.
Well, yeah.
Excellent, Hannah.
Well,
Could you come back
If
later?
it weren't in this silly
What's
container,
going
those
on
masks
here?
do really, like, kind of freak me out.
Please, leave.
Sorry, Ryan, there's a few more questions I have to ask you yet, and time's ticking by.
Leave.
Okay.
Yeah, and then maybe we'll go look around outside. See if maybe anyone left anything on the ground.
What was that about?
Not remove my
Like
mask if I were
burning
one of those people.
woolen
Yeah.
dolls. A woolen doll burning ceremony. What a very odd course this is.
They say woolen. I thought they said wooden at one point. I'm like, those are not wooden dolls. I just misheard it and was not looking at the captions, apparently. Let's go see what's behind the Rand House. You didn't caught on yet. They're running a libertarian business seminar And they named it Atlas, and their last name was Rand. So that's just a fun little Easter egg in there. Guess who's doing the freak shit? I'm not showing my face. Yeah.
So, those are Ryan's guitars, kept in a garage. Not really the best place to keep them.
Yeah, they think it's regular. Let's go ask about the Stang DVD. Why
Ask
don't
you
we?
a couple more things, please. Seen this before?
Not asking an old man about a suspicious XXX DVD in real life. You can't.
The writing looks familiar, but no.
We only need to
Be
do
back
that
later on, if that's okay.
so that we can then go back into the woods, where nothing bad will happen to Jinx. Is it here for the clearing? I think it'll take me to the right spot regardless.
Whoa! Whoa!
The DVD! That's all they took. It must have been deliberate.
Someone clearly wanted that DVD.
Back. Nice and helpful of them to leave a piece of evidence behind, though.
Let's go find out if this was DVD related. Immediately go back and ask
Just a
about
few
that.
more questions, if you don't mind. Have you seen this before?
No, I don't think so.
You don't recognise the shop?
No.
Is there someone else who works at Atlas? Someone who may have been there tonight?
No. There's a
You
cleaner.
can't be leaving behind your reusable shopping bags. If you're
These are
disposing of them,
strange
they
times,
stop being
but
as
then-
useful.
He's a strange boy. Work experience.
As a cleaner?
Well, we did try him in accounts, but didn't work out.
And we need to find that cardboard mask again.
What do you know about this?
Looks like a
Spot a
mask.
contradiction.
You don't recognise it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
What's a monarch mask?
Monarch is fancy dress outfitters. Ryan goes there sometimes.
Mask 2, and then bag is 1.
Aha. Do you visit monarch costumes a lot?
No, I used to go in there occasionally. Why?
But you do know the shop.
Yes, of course I do.
You see, Paul, I thought you said you didn't know where this bag was from.
These are the April Fools.
This was
truly.
used
We're
to put
catching all
over
these
my
people
head,
in their
Paul,
lies.
by a mugger. Would you like to tell me something?
Are you suggesting that I had something to do with your mugging?
Well, we're just outside of your property, so
You really
maybe.
ask the most ridiculous questions. Of course I didn't.
So why did you lie about the shop?
Well, I didn't have anything to do with your mugging, Inspector, but I might know somebody who did.
Go on.
Did Ryan mention Jason to you, the cleaner? Unfortunately, Ryan at some point told Jason that the DVD mustn't be removed from the site. So, when he saw you take it...
Yeah, there's a few silly questions being asked,
simply
for
thought
sure.
that he was doing us a favour by, getting it back. He isn't exactly what you'd call one of Darwin's best examples.
Love how
So what's on the
happy this dude is.
DVD that's so special?
All right, it was something I did myself, a little stunt I pulled to amuse the students.
What kind of stunt?
I pretended to steal from the students. I emphasize the word pretended. The students knew all about it afterwards. Everything was above board.
Hey, no, you did still steal from them. I need to be so clear on that, my
We
guy.
were doing a piece about pushing the limit, so I decided I would show them how it was done. Oh, don't look so serious, Inspector. I returned everybody's things immediately afterwards. No harm done.
And when was this?
Last year sometime.
At Third Eye or Atlas?
Third Eye, I think.
And this was before or after Liam died?
Well, since you'll probably find out anyway, it happened to be on the night that Liam died, as it happens. Before you
As
ask.
it happens.
No. I didn't steal from him.
Do you think it's a good idea to encourage students to steal, Paul?
I wasn't encouraging students to steal. Policemen are so literal. Life is shades of grey, Inspector. Much as the Force might like it.
He did say I was
doesn't
teaching them a
divide
lesson
neatly
by
into
showing them how I
blacks,
stole from them, and it was cool and
whites.
good.
Now, if you don't mind, you'd have to excuse me for a moment. You know where the door is.
Now, this may surprise you, but in a later conversation, this guy is going to do a false equivalency to Nazi Germany about being asked questions about
I see
stuff
he
that
was
he
quick
for
enough
sure
to
did
claim
wrong.
he didn't steal from Liam. What kind of stunt was that anyway? And Liam dying later the same night? It's just all a bit too suspicious.
Ask about a few more things, please.
It's metaphor.
Okay,
we've meant to
that's it
visit
for now.
Emma, actually.
Thank you.
Okay, we need to ask about some guitars.
What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
I know he plays because he tried to buy one off me.
Do you play?
I used to. I used to be in a band, but I was a singer as well, so I got away with it.
Singer as well.
Yeah, I used to sing in a band every night. But sometimes it was in a pub, but usually at Rebecca's.
What was that called?
It was called Blackstone. And this guy from a record company once came to see us, and he said the band was rubbish, but that I was good. So after that, I don't think they liked me much, and then we broke up after college.
Can't hide talent.
What about Liam's death?
What do you know about a student called Liam? Committed suicide last year.
You didn't let her say the thing about
only that
Liam
I
who,
didn't know really
and then
well.
you explain it. Oh, well, she just didn't know him very well, of course.
What do you know about Paul Rand?
Paul the Slime.
You've obviously met him.
Get him.
Yes, I have.
What do you know about him committing a fake theft during one of the courses?
What, about him going through people's bags? Yeah, he tried that thing on me as well, weirdo.
So you were at Third Eye?
Yes.
We're
yes,
learning
I
that
went
the
there for a
theft
few months
stunt
after
wasn't
college and I left because I
coolant-based.
hated it. And I didn't know Atlas was the same thing. And I went with Simon.
Does Simon know that?
No. I didn't want to burst his bubble, so I didn't say anything.
So he doesn't know you went to Third Eye?
No.
Ah! So is that where you met Ryan as well?
Yep.
Right. What didn't you like about the course?
Well, it was stupid. They just made you do things to other people and be abusive just to prove that you could, and I absolutely hated it.
What sort of things?
Oh, just stupid things. Nasty things to prove that you could do it. It was about not feeling guilty. And it was horrible. That's why I left.
Yeah,
all of this
look,
stuff,
Emma's gonna say some things that are gonna
I
get
think I had to stop
contradicted.
because it was just getting ridiculous. I think somebody got arrested or something.
Very interesting.
So we got Liam. We've got the guitar. She didn't know Liam either, so... Who's to say
That
what she knows?
band you sang in, Blackstone. Who else was in the band?
Just a few people from college.
Including Liam?
Yeah.
Why did you say you didn't know him?
Where are we at? We're
No, it's
closing
not
out the
that. I
8
just
p.m.
thought
hour.
You meant that I didn't know
Um,
about his suicide.
Did you?
We just got mugged,
No, I was
of course.
away on holiday.
We're
Then he
asking about
died.
this other student's death
Yeah, I
from
only
last
knew him
year.
through the band.
She definitely knows more than she's saying. She was in a band with Liam, but didn't know about his problem? I'm not sure I believe you, Emma. Aha.
And as is tradition,
So,
we're wrapping
you
up the hour
witnessed
by catching
Paul's
Emma
money-stealing
repeatedly in
stunt, is that right?
contradictions.
Yes.
But you weren't there when Liam died.
No.
Don't quite understand that, you see, because Paul pulled the stunt on the
That
same
Disney
night.
piano chord
Liam
says otherwise,
died
maybe.
later that evening.
I must have got mixed up.
So you don't know
Just
anything
one more
about
thing.
Liam's death, even though you were there on that night.
No.
Emma.
Yeah. Might be
I
a
think you
Agatha
underestimate
Christie
him.
style where they all murdered Liam, and
It was the stupid
they all
course,
thought everyone
wasn't
else
it?
did it also.
Go on.
Well, we were all told to do stupid things, and then that thieving thing happened, and so
Take
Well, it
a
might be
breath.
related. Write that down.
Liam killed himself because of me.
Why?
One of posting in this new era, yeah.
Liam had a
Yeah, this is actually like
birthmark
legit
on the
sad
side
though.
of his face, and no one would mention anything. even though we all knew it was there. And
Yeah.
they all thought it was ugly. So I thought I'd say something, and I even asked Paul if it was okay to say it.
What did he say?
He said he wouldn't.
Yeah, Paul's gonna say that. Also, I'm starting to think this business
Then Liam
seminar
kills
thing is
himself.
not
Liam started
good,
because-
actually.
Well, Emma, I'm quite sure you regret what you said, but I really don't think you caused Liam's death. There's always more to these things than meets the eye.
Yeah, like, this legitimately
Wasn't
makes me
your
very
fault.
sad.
We can't tell Simon, please.
Simon doesn't need to know. Don't worry.
Thank you.
In terms of this timeshare, not yet. What do we get? Oh, the Atlas foyer, of course. 9 p.m. It's getting dark. We might need something to help out our eyesight. And by that I mean, it's time to look in a box and steal something. A classic detective move.
I don't know why I never remember to buy one.
Cutscenes, yeah! Hi, Fraz. We're watching all the cutscenes in this FMV murder mystery. As fast as we can make it happen. While still not skipping any of the cutscenes. Very serious detective business, yeah. Right with the flashlight they're looking at. Does this thing work?
Well. And there's the mask symbol again. Looks like someone's been trying
Yeah,
to...
he shouldn't have done putting it in his open mouth. He only knows one of the places where it's been, and the place where it's been, I don't like much, and I wouldn't trust it. Let's go ask Simon about the doll
questions,
burning.
if that's okay?
Where is that?
What do you know about doll burning?
Not on the course.
What a weird way to open that, too, though.
It's a ritual thing. It's getting rid of things that you don't need. Throw it into the fire.
And that's a good thing?
Well, yeah, it helps you getting rid of things you don't need, so you can move on and take control again.
So what are the masks for?
They're just to help you get into the right frame of mind. Just get you into the zone, you know, help with the trance.
A trance?
Yeah. It's like self-hypnosis.
Oh, based and cool
We do
thing
it on the
about
course
the person who
sometimes. It's
played
just to
Simon
help
in
you get
this.
into the right frame of mind.
He is gender fluid and is a
hypnotize
he, her,
yourself.
viver type of pronoun user.
do
He
that?
rips and it rocks.
Just stare into
Guys
the
burn
mirror
stuff for fun.
and
Oh, you missed the
chant
scary doll
something,
burning
you know,
scenario.
just say the
where,
same thing over and over again.
Yeah, we watched the
Or you can
business
just
course
close your eyes
do a
and put yourself
doll
into a
burning
trance. Some
ceremony.
people can do that.
And that's safe?
Well, yeah. Hypnosis doesn't work the way that most people think
It was
does.
only an open trash
You
fire.
can't
It's
just be
fine.
hypnotized if you don't want to be hypnotized. But you can learn to hypnotize yourself.
Yeah.
You said it was called auto-hypnosis.
Self-hypnosis.
There's a business course. It's not
auto-hypnosis,
businessy.
Same thing, really.
Okay, I think that's all we have to ask Simon
to play
about
down
right
the
now.
role of auto-hypnosis on the course.
Correct.
I'll have
We've learned
to
about auto-hypnosis.
ask around about this.
First, we gotta ask around about Ryan's car. Yeah, underscore's not gonna do well on the quiz. It's gonna be just like me trying to remember anything about Rusty's retirement. And getting bozoed by the stream delay,
A few more
mostly.
questions, please. Do you know what these are?
Oh, yes, that's my old car. It was vandalized. I took those for the insurance company. Where did you find those?
At the pub.
He's really trying to sell
you know who
the...
did this?
Oh, yeah, my car did get
Yes.
vandalized.
A girl
in
called
ways that
Lisa
directly
Blint.
called me out.
She was on the course, very strange girl.
And why did she write the words devil worshippers all over your car?
Well, she was a very strange girl.
The run's
she
very
had a lot of psychological problems. I'm not
thousand
entirely
of
sure,
them,
Inspector. I mean, she took a dislike to the course for some particular reason. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And she asked for a refund. I declined. And she decided to spray her disapproval all over my car.
Odd thing to spray, isn't it, though? Devil worshippers?
Well, she was a very odd girl, Inspector. Maybe she thought it was a way of getting back at us. I've no idea.
Did Rebecca know about it?
Well, yes, she did, but I wasn't about to unleash Rebecca on her. She can be quite fierce sometimes, you know. And I mean, the girl wasn't vindictive. She had psychological problems. She lives in the village, actually. The run-down house at the end of the lane. Can't miss it.
Really? Right, thank you.
That's actually a great reveal that you finally get to use the map tile at the very far end of the lane.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
And then we're gonna settle in for a pretty long cutscene, where Lisa...
Could that be where Lisa
is having an
lives?
extremely bad
Run-down
time.
house at the end of the lane. That's what Ryan said, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know.
Is it Lisa?
I could see, hey, if you had seen the bell ring ceremony, you would agree
I wonder if I could ask you a few questions.
it does feel like
What sort of incident?
there's something supernatural
I'd
going
rather
on.
come in
there,
and discuss
maybe.
it if that's all right with you. I promise I won't take long.
Or at least they're attempting to be. I don't. I wouldn't trust them to correctly
just go in
contact
here.
supernatural
I have
beings,
to go out
but
in a minute.
Oh, look, I can come back later.
I might not be here. What did you want to ask?
I just wanted to ask you, did you know Kate Vine?
No.
Right.
in the ending proceedings, this is marked as break time because I think this is unskippable.
Life skills training company.
What do you want to know about Atlas?
Well, I heard you reacted badly to it.
Of course I reacted badly. So would anyone.
Now, why do you say
Yeah,
that?
no, correct, though.
Because they're devil worshippers.
Not for that reason necessarily,
Devil
but
worshippers.
you were correct that that's how
They're
it
making
reacts.
demons appear. They're tricking everybody. They're getting people to join up, then they're putting demons inside them. You can see them.
See who?
Demons.
Where could you see them?
In the mirrors.
At Atlas.
Any mirror. You can't get rid of them. They stay inside you.
So, how did you get rid of them?
I didn't.
You still see them?
That line is delivered very convincingly in a very scary way.
I just don't look. I put all the lights on. I make sure it's all bright.
Become
I put
a
them
$1 million
on
redacted.
when I need to look
Put
in
that
the
in
mirror.
Twitch chat. Oh yeah.
If I make sure
you probably I don't know that
everything
you
is
can put that in
bright,
Twitch chat.
I just see myself without seeing the other person.
Who is the other person?
She's like me, but older. It's like her eyes sink in. She's all wrinkled, with a wrinkled mouth. Like she's dying. And then I realize I'm her. I'm not me anymore. I'm her.
That's a dang good shot.
I'm sorry, I have to go now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know, I said we go get Ryan's ass about this, huh? That seem fair?
What a very fragile and disturbed person, and utterly convinced that Atlas are worshipping the devil. How are Ryan and Paul going to get out of this one? Ask you a couple more things, please.
Yeah, this is accusation.
Has devil worship ever been part of the course, Ryan?
Am I correct
well, we
in
get his
assuming
ass.
that you have spoken to Lisa Blind?
You would be.
James
She's
beat his
been
ass.
telling me all about the Atlas obsession with Satanism, Ryan.
Then if you've met Lisa Blind, then you will have worked out for yourself that she has a very vivid imagination. She also
Why is he doing so
has
much pronunciation?
psychological problems, diagnosed psychological problems, as a matter of fact.
So where did she get the idea that you lot were devil worshippers?
I really have no idea. The girl is insane. She's frightened of her own shadow, bless her. She actually thinks that demons are possessing her even now. You really can't trust a word she says.
Yeah, the way he said
So
diagnosed,
you
like,
are saying
I really
there
got
has
her. It's
never
like,
been any
yeah,
devil
buddy,
worship
like,
at Atlas.
I don't even know what devil worship is, Inspector. It's not something I particularly know anything about. I certainly don't recall anyone ever having worshipped the devil.
turns out people
at
do get
Atlas.
diagnosed for brain
We even
stuff,
tried to
like,
help the
all
poor
time,
girl by
actually.
paying for some
Pretty
treatment,
normal
but she
stuff.
didn't want it.
Really?
It's not easy to offer someone help when they think that you're the problem.
Hey, you are the problem. Just to be clear about that part, though. Maybe not in the devil
Have
worshipping
you
way,
seen
but you
one
are the
of
problem.
these before?
I
Steven
believe
shows power to
that's,
her, yeah.
looks like a scrying mirror to me.
You have seen one before?
Well, I
He's
I
the minimum
have
A
one
problem.
myself,
Yeah, that's
actually,
correct.
Along
For
with
sure.
lots of other bits and pieces of that nature, silly things, you know.
Really?
Yes, when I was in my teenage years, I had quite an obsession with that kind of thing. I was a very somber child, and well, not that you could tell, always playing fantasy games, reading books about that kind of malarkey, you know.
What sort of books did you read?
Well, books on black magic, not the chocolates. Witchcraft, satanic rituals, that kind of thing. I grew out of it, of course.
But you're not into that
Hope
sort
the
of thing
black
now.
magic, not the
Of course
chocolates,
I'm
was a
not.
fun reference
I
from
don't
memory, maybe.
need to believe in the supernatural, Inspector. The natural world is far more interesting. Don't you think so?
Mirror 2, Lisa 3, get him. You know about the Satan stuff.
So, you used to read a lot about voodoo and satanic rituals, but you don't know anything about devil worship?
Obviously, I just meant we don't worship the devil. We're not devil worshippers here at Atlas, Inspector. Ridiculous.
But the point is, Ryan, that you claim not to know anything about it, but admitted you were obsessed with it when you were younger. Are you sure none of that made its way onto the Atlas course? And that Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything within that course?
Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything other than her own imagination, Inspector. Look, we do use some techniques that some students find difficult, disturbing. We encourage them to see things differently, that's all. And some people simply aren't up to that.
Yeah,
some people,
to be
like
so-called free
Lisa,
thinkers.
that's why we introduced the aptitude test.
What's the aptitude test?
This.
Yeah, any free thinkers want to drop an H in the chat?
We ask students to fill in an aptitude test, medical history, psychological issues, that kind of thing, any medication that they have used in the past, any medication that they currently are using. Here, take a look. Basically, it's just to try and make sure that
Whenever
we
I
don't get
split,
another.
should I start calling out
Has it worked?
H's? Like when we
touch wood
get to
so
the end of an
far,
hour
yes.
in this?
I keep a copy of this.
I think it's a blank one. I don't think that was somebody's.
What are they doing that's so disturbing anyway?
Oh, where am I going? Oh yeah, we're gonna light Paul's ass up. Close out the hour.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Emma's criticism, or Emma's guilt. It's more
Do you think Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
I doubt it helped.
Did you encourage Emma to criticize him?
I didn't encourage Emma to do anything. I merely told her what we tell every
This guy's gonna say some real bullshit here.
to express themselves.
This guy sucks so bad.
As they want to.
I love this game, Kitty. Hello,
Out
yes.
of order to criticize them after that, wouldn't it?
We're having a really
However,
good time.
I
Congrats
don't
on
expect
first.
her to criticize his birthmark, if that's what it was.
If that's what it was, what do you mean?
So you didn't know her well?
No, not at all.
Okay, we need the freedom necklace card. Where'd that go?
What do you know about this?
It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol we use sometimes on the course. Little bird in cage flying away. Freeing themselves from their past is the analogy.
So do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh, not for Kate, by any chance?
No. Not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
Which student?
I don't know if you knew this.
I've no
that the
idea.
guy that they called Paul the Slime is maybe a little creep. Alice test.
Can you tell me a bit about this, please? It's the Atlas aptitude test.
What do you want to know?
What does it test exactly?
It's a test we introduced to make sure that any students didn't have any major personality problems.
There's really
skeletons
some
in
just
the cupboard, so to speak.
some Pauls, some Bryans, some
We introduced
Jameses.
it because we had a little bit of a problem with one of the students.
This is Paul. Paul
Lisa.
Raymond. Ryan's his son that is up at the
You are well
Atlas
informed.
facility. This
And
will be on the
What do you
quiz.
think it was that disturbed her?
I believe that the course proved to be too demanding for her. We discovered that she had one or two psychological problems and she couldn't handle it.
And did you change anything else?
The detective
on the
is
course, apart
Inspector
from introducing
Jenks.
the
Yeah.
test?
We increased the entrance age to 21. Well, wasn't much, but it's about the only thing we could do. We didn't want another Lisa. We didn't want students turning around and suing us, did we?
Auto-hypnosis chat.
Can you tell me more about the auto-hypnosis techniques used on the course?
Choose to forget
We
that
don't
name?
use
That's fair.
hypnosis on the course.
Not at all.
Not anymore.
So how
Why does he
was it
smile like
used?
that when he says not anymore? I hate it.
Hypnosis is probably the wrong word, Inspector. It's nothing to do with the trances or things like that. It was meant to force,
Because he's a creep? Yeah, I mean, fair.
to help students.
Did you?
If you mix up helping and
You
forcing
can't
students, maybe that's
force
a bad
anybody
thing.
into being hypnotized. You have to
Who
want
knew?
to be hypnotized. It's not something out of your control. You can't be hurt or damaged in any way by hypnosis.
Like, that's
So you
kind of
never
true about
put
real
pressure
hypnosis,
on
my
students
understanding,
to
but he
enter
doesn't have
into
to move his
hypnosis.
tongue like that when you
It
say
would
it.
be impossible to do so.
Okay, so, hidden card. Where are you at? 2, and then Emma's 3.
Aha.
Guy's gonna keep being a creep. Went to the hypnosis
You
doctor
say
once and it
you
did not work
didn't
for
know
me.
Emma.
I need
bought
all
her a
the more
freedom
information
necklace.
that you're willing to offer in a public space for that
I
highly
don't remember
welcome in.
saying anything
Get
about
pranked.
buying
This is
Emma
not
a
Stardew Valley
necklace.
cutscenes. It's different
So
cutscenes.
you
Hi.
didn't buy her one? So you did buy her one. So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Stop making such a big thing about this, Inspector. Look, I've been around a few years. The clock is ticking. And I admit I have an embarrassing weakness
Yeah, we're gotcha in this
for
guy.
attractive women. It was a stupid mistake. But that's all it was.
So you're saying you tried it on with her?
No, I didn't try it on.
She's maybe 22, yeah.
I bought her a necklace. I'm not aware that there's a law against buying presents unless, of course,
Oh yeah, he's gonna say
the
that thing
Third
here.
Reich has been elected while I was at a bridge party. Emma was old enough to make decisions for
It's really just like a
herself,
wombo.
and
They all can.
As a matter of fact, she
A lot of
decided
stuff
that she
came
didn't
together
want to be
into the
bothered
worst
with
thing
an
a
old
person can
fool
say
like
all
me,
at once.
so nothing happened, no mistakes, nobody got hurt. All right.
Like father,
I've
like
gotta do a
son.
contradiction.
No
I was
surprises
trying to
there.
water
I wonder how
Ruby's
many
tongue.
students Paul has tried it on with. Aha.
So nobody has ever been affected by auto-hypnosis?
Yeah, we call him.
Except Lisa.
Alan Rickman.
Hypnosis
Yeah, he's
wasn't
doing a
the
little
problem,
bit of an Alan
Inspector.
Rickman impression.
Lisa was the problem with Lisa. That's why we introduced the test.
But the hypnosis was the trigger, wasn't it?
Lisa arrived on the course believing we were all devil worshippers. She was nuts to start with. We didn't make her like that.
Well, as far as I can tell, Paul, you've had one student accuse you of devil worship and 2 others commit suicide. Some of your students aren't having a very good time on this course, are they?
Nonsense. Kate was enjoying every minute of it. She couldn't get enough of it.
Really?
She was full of the joys of life. Bubbly, confident, flirty.
With who?
You mean with whom?
With whom?
That's
Pretty
the
much
real.
everybody.
Like he's done a
Including
lot of
me,
bad
so-
things, but then when he does it with him,
Really?
at
And,
you,
did
it's
you
like,
respond?
oh, you're,
I don't get into relationships with students, Inspector. Company policy. It's not professional.
interesting admission that Kate flirted with him.
This is
There's no
5,
way
Emma,
Paul would have turned down an opportunity like that.
Aha. So you avoid relationships with students, except for Emma, who you tried to date.
I don't know the actor's name.
And what about
Sorry.
Kate Vine?
The
Did you
Jenks
try
is
to
the
date her or not?
inspector,
Don't be so ridiculous, Inspector. Kate was an exceptionally clever girl. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she
Why is he
knew how
talking
to
about her
get
like
it.
she a dinosaur in Jurassic
You
Park?
mean that Kate approached you?
It wouldn't surprise me if she was playing everyone in the group. Kate had more enemies than you'd think. She was a very, very manipulative young woman.
It's a split.
10 o'clock, it's getting late. I'm gonna have to pick up the pace if I'm gonna solve this by midnight.
Yeah, at least if you miss this part, those two are married.
I just don't want to tell
It's weird.
tales.
I don't know.
Tell him about Simon. You know what happens when you don't do as I say.
So it's going to be that kind of evening, is it?
If you play the cards right.
Only if you deal.
Problems?
Hello,
James
Inspector.
just like, hey, I'm here watching
See you
this.
later.
Let's play back in if I were. Yeah. Yeah, that really catches you out of left field, huh?
Well, isn't that interesting?
It sure is. Hey, he didn't even steal it. That's so good of him.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. The cupboard downstairs, there's a lot of unopened stuff in it.
Oh, he was in the shapeshifting detective? Okay, I've not played that, but it sounds
Leave
cool.
out to you.
Oh,
I love that.
they're
That's fun.
just spare painkillers. The chemist always gives us too many. He's a friend of the family.
That's a weird way to phrase that. And then packet of dry leaves, 5.
Aha.
Just a little contradiction to one with the hour.
You don't take any medicines except for prescription painkillers.
Well, they're not actually for me. They're Ryan's. For some reason, the chemist always makes them out to my name. He's a
For some reason.
gentleman.
Does Ryan
I don't
need prescription
believe
painkillers?
about
Yes,
any of
he's
that.
got arthritis.
Really? He's young to suffer from that, isn't he?
He doesn't have it badly, but he does need medication from time to time.
What medicine is it?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Ryan will know.
So Ryan's the one using the prescriptions. I think I might have a word with him, work out exactly what this medicine is.
Gotta go pick up another random item. Well, 2 actually, right here.
Bit careless, Simon. Probably nothing important, but at this stage, I need all the clues I can get.
Finally about to ask about Simon's bicycle. Let's go. It's been on the clue list for so long.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Key ring and then
Is this
bicycle.
yours?
Yeah. That's
on
from
the
my
ground,
keys.
Simon? Yeah.
Where did you find that?
Just outside.
Right. Oh, it must have come off when Nathan dropped my keys off. He was borrowing my car.
That's very trusting.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I am
It's
a bit
probably
too
back
trusting,
in-
really.
No.
It's a new car as well.
Bicycle's way up here.
Whose is the bike outside?
The second
that's my
instance of the game
cousin's.
got
He
opened
lent me
somehow?
it. I need to buy a new lock for it, though.
So it's your bike at the moment?
Yeah. There's no bus service to speak of around here, so it's really the only way to get around.
What am I doing here? I got so distracted. Bicycle, 2, keyring, 1. It didn't move. Bicycle, 2, keyring, 1.
Aha.
Yeah, that in a new car? No.
So the bike's the only way you can get to work, yes?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the car?
No, I can't drive the car yet, can I? I don't have my license.
Right.
I got a windfall
He says
from
as if we know
insurance payout. Just figured I'd buy something sensible with it straight away instead of wasting the money.
What was the insurance payout?
It was for a laptop. It got stolen down at Atlas.
An atlas?
Well, they didn't break in. I think they just
Of
walked in
course
and
so.
took it.
You
The
can use the
laptop
car that
was
I
in
own.
a storeroom, but I think the lock was broken, to be honest.
Doesn't sound like they're taking their security very seriously.
Actually, it got a lot better after that.
Think I'll check it anyway.
Must have been a very nice laptop to be able to buy a car with the insurance. Or a very cheap car.
Who took
I'd
it?
have to have a
Yeah.
talk with Ryan about his security measures.
We are actually going to talk to Ryan. Imagine. You are, Jinx. Yeah. You're spotting the liars. You're doing it. The contradiction, spot the liar. What am I
A few more
asking
questions,
about?
please.
Arthritis, the salvia, the Simon's laptop.
Were you at Atlas when Simon's laptop was stolen?
Oh, I believe I was, yes. It was taken from the storeroom in the hallway.
Was it ever recovered?
No, we didn't catch anyone. We're quite exposed out here. Somebody could just have wandered along the lane, seen into the storeroom. It's not particularly secure. They could have been in and out within minutes. That's why we advise people to keep their valuables with them. You
Magic
can't
Mint,
be too
aka
careful
Salvia.
these days, Inspector.
What was the other thing? Salvia. That's way farther up here. We stole it from some guy's greenhouse.
Salvia
I don't think you got to see, James.
No.
Just enjoying an apple juice?
It's a hallucinogenic plant. A legal one.
I think he has.
At least for the moment.
I've no interest in drugs, Inspector. My job. That's the only drug I need. As trite as that may sound.
Do you know any students who may have used...
It's mostly waving the glass around. I think he has put it up to his face.
My students aren't interested in that kind
Which
of thing.
I'm assuming is
Besides,
mostly an acting thing.
No one is allowed
of
drugs
not
or
wanting to,
alcohol onto the site. I don't think anyone has ever brought
drink a new glass every take.
Do you have any medicines on site at all?
No, we're not allowed. Insurance purposes.
Did he weed? Wait, no, we already did Simon's stolen laptop. What was the other one? The arthritis.
Tell me about your arthritis.
Oh, you found out about that. Well, yes. I'm old before my time.
That's very unlucky to have it so young.
Well, I take a lot from life, Inspector. And sometimes life likes to give you a little bit back. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too debilitating. It's mainly some in my right hand, some in my left hand. It's not particularly a problem. Makes it difficult.
Oh, we
to
got
do
so
all the
close
small
to taking
things,
your
though.
drink there.
What do you take for it?
I get a prescription painkiller.
How often do you need that?
Not often, as and when. I keep some here, I keep some at home. It's not a problem.
Okay. Arthritis. 3. Salvia. 4. No medicines except for all the medicine.
So, you don't keep any medicines on site at Atlas?
No.
Except your prescription painkillers?
Well, these are not available to the students.
But they are kept on site?
Yes, but they're locked away. They're kept in the storeroom. Nobody would have access.
Piece of toast.
You're
in
sure
the
about
face?
Absolutely
sure. Yeah.
What are the painkillers, Ryan?
They're painkillers. Just painkillers. Normal painkillers.
Paracetamol.
Sounds like a guy with normal painkillers.
Morphine.
Well, all right. They're morphine tablets, yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, come on, Inspector. I know what you're thinking, but there's no way Kate could have had access to them.
Because they're in the storeroom.
Well, not just that. She wouldn't have even known about
Oh, the storeroom?
them or where they were.
Super secure storeroom?
Sure about that?
Yes.
Are we about to get his ass?
So it is morphine Ryan's taking. The pieces are starting to come together. Now I just have to work out how Kate got hold of it. If it was
Laptop.
Ryan's morphine she got hold of course.
Yeah, got him.
Aha.
Still slow.
So the storeroom isn't particularly secure, yet you keep your morphine tablets in there. I thought you said no one could get access to the morphine, but they could, quite easily, couldn't they, Ryan?
I didn't mean that storeroom. I meant a different storeroom. I keep them in there.
Yeah, we all meant a different storeroom.
So where was
We're
it?
trying to find the guy who
It's
put
upstairs.
stuff in the
It's
storeroom.
got a combination lock on it. Nobody could have access to it except me and Dad. Nobody.
I might have a look at that if you don't mind.
Don't mind at all.
Oh, I'm about to
Combination
get his ass.
locked room, I see. Well, I might have a look around for that.
Wonder if
See
they've got
how
a four-digit
secure
code
and
on the back of a
combination
business
locked
card.
it really is.
Oh, we're gonna be so red. This is a decently long cutscene we gotta watch here. And then we gotta go contradict someone after this. Yeah, the laptop is still worth a full new car. It's very important to remember this piece.
Welcome
that will be
to
on the
the mirror
quiz.
room. This exercise is all about identifying the difference between the image one presents to the world and one's real self, which lies deep in our unconscious. As you move through the network of mirrors, practice
Not the orange
seeing
buttons?
yourself
Okay, sure. Yeah.
as a stranger.
There's secret stuff.
The more
going on
you
there.
separate from your persona, the more aware you will become of your true desires and ambitions. Chant with us. I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself.
Yeah, everyone's begging to get in here and learn business.
I am free from my past.
Yeah, no one wants to chant in the chat that you're free from yourself and free from your image and free from your past?
I am free from my past. I am free from myself.
This exercise involves the use of liberation masks. You have now completed Module 1. Module 2 covers boundary testing, threshold testing, and extreme testing. Please read the notes carefully
Free to be
before
free?
attempting the module.
Liberation masks? Yeah, it's sure a name for something. Free from
Ask you a
imagine
couple
you're
more
free to
things,
kiss my
please.
ass. I think mirror room is yeah.
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Yeah.
What's it used for?
Well, it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis module. You go in and you stare into the mirror and you go into a trance. Then when you're ready, you come back out.
So you just go in whenever you want to?
Oh, no. There's certain times when you're allowed in, and only they know the combinations anyway, so you can't really get in.
But you don't know the combination?
No.
Oh, now, however, you know anything
I
about
think you dropped this outside. Someone you know.
Oh, this is just from some IT guy I met. I don't need it.
Enough. I noticed some numbers on the back. Do you need these?
I don't know. What is it?
1905?
Oh, yeah. That's just a pin for something. It's okay. I can remember it.
So not an offshore savings account or anything?
No. It's not important.
It sounds not important. Yeah. Is it Scar 2, Mirror Room 1? Yeah. We don't have time to read to actually remember.
So
what those
you
are.
didn't know the combination.
It's
to
the thing you were
mirror
asking
room.
5 seconds ago.
Except
I don't know a combination to a thing. What are those
You've
4
written it
digits?
down,
Don't
haven't you?
couldn't tell you.
This is the combination to the mirror room, Simon, that you wrote. It isn't a pin, it's a combination.
Yeah.
You see, this sort of thing makes me suspicious, Simon. What were you doing in there that you didn't want anyone, including me, to find out?
It's just part of the course, isn't it? I just wanted to go in there when I was ready.
On your own? You didn't give the number to anyone else?
No.
Simon, there was morphine kept in that room that might have played a part in Kate Vine's death. Did Kate have the number?
Yes, okay.
He does roll magician hands a lot.
We both went in.
Together?
We were trying to outdo each other. We both tried to morphine.
What do you mean trying to outdo each other?
It's
Both
part of the
trying a
course.
little morphine.
To see how far you can push yourself. To see if you could do something you wouldn't normally do.
When was
The
this?
wild thing about this
Few months
production
ago?
is it's
How
like
often did you try it?
on a lower budget
Oh,
enough
that once.
that
I'd never do it
you
again.
know they didn't build
Okay.
a bespoke mirror room. That mirror room exists
I don't
out
know.
there, and they just found it and used it for this.
So that's how Kate got the morphine. But what exactly
Fake
does
blood
this
warning coming up
testing
here.
involve?
I mean,
Could this
it's real
have
in the
been
story. It's
killed
fake in
Kate?
real life.
11 o'clock. Just an hour left to solve this thing.
It's gonna be a self-stabbing situation in the hand.
Just keep pushing.
So if you don't want to see that, you can look away for a bit.
Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. You can push it all the way in, Tom, if you want
Morphine chicken, sure, yeah.
Excellent, Tom.
Excuse me.
After looking in the
Would
mirror room.
someone care to tell me exactly
It's for
what's
business. I
going
hope
on
this
here?
helps.
Don't come any closer.
It's our good friend
That man
Kyle.
needs a doctor.
No, he doesn't.
I don't need a doctor. I'm fine. Go away.
What is this?
A test.
Of what?
What does it look like? It's a threshold test. A pain threshold test. I thought, you were supposed to be good at working things out, Inspector Jenks.
And so this would be for Atlas,
No, this is
would
just
it?
normal business. They do this
Kyle.
everywhere.
You disappear now.
It's not a good
This
idea
guy's
to
giving the
talk to a
performance
police
of the
inspector
lifetime.
like
The
that.
Do you want me to make
secondary
you?
guy.
It's okay, Tom. Mr. Jenks won't be bothering us anymore.
Don't make any rash commitments.
Mm-hmm.
Well, well. You really should take more care of your things, Ryan. Is your keys, Kyle?
Key fob? Let's go.
No.
And we're gonna go use that key fob, why don't we? Spike. These are keys? No. We're about to steal a thing. Let's go. We don't steal the car, at least, so it's fine.
Bingo. Well, Ryan, what have you been up to? Be very interesting to see how he explains this one.
Oh yeah, whatever the emote is. We do steal a check. Yeah. But not like a whole Audi. He closes that door so weird too. Like they clearly just like didn't want to go back and reshoot that. Yeah. I think it'd be faster to do detecting. This is our good friend James, if you weren't here for the first half. Maybe. This is more drugs. Who's to say? Yeah, he doesn't want people to know that he stole 500-pound chick. Going to our favorite place to find drugs, the back greenhouse.
So James is interested in poppy pods, is he? I think he's got some explaining to do.
Oh, wait, actually we go ask Simon about this. I was thinking we had to ask James. I don't know how to read.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Odd question, but have you ever seen anyone handling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? As in, for opium? No.
Yeah, the detective really
Well,
immediately
James
knows, like, hey,
did
these are, you make
have
drugs out of
opium
these.
tea ones, I think.
Where did he get it
Poppy
from?
pods.
I don't know. I didn't ask. James does his own thing.
What does opium tea taste like?
But I don't know. I didn't try it.
Really?
I didn't want to risk it, did I?
Yeah,
I went
aren't
to
you
hospital
cool?
once. I had codeine and I went into anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was an opium derivative, apparently, so...
Okay, gotta get number 3, and then Mirror Room 2 is where we learn about morphine situation.
Aha.
Yeah.
You and Kate
You-
took morphine in the mirror room.
You're seeing
That's
the
what you
wheels
said,
turn.
isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium. You didn't take the morphine at all, did you?
Well, no, I didn't. Kate did, though.
I thought you were trying to outdo each other. That was the point, wasn't it?
We weren't trying to outdo each other as such.
Go on.
Ryan wanted me to test Kate. To see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
What candidate?
Prime candidate.
Oh, yeah.
It means the best person in the group,
You missed
basically.
the dinner cooking scene.
You test her.
But you do it in pairs. One person's the tester, it's me.
Oh, it's prime candidate. I
The
hope
other
this helps.
person's the
Well,
victim.
Well, it's not like that. It's completely
It's not like there's a
consensual. It's
victim,
just
okay?
boundary testing.
Yeah.
Ryan wanted me to test Kate.
Like 10:30 a.m. It very well might have been.
Student.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I just did what I was told, okay?
Except you decided to give
It
her
appears to
morphine.
be roughly 10:30 p.m.
To break the law.
Well, I can't change that now, can I? She didn't die of a morphine overdose, did she?
It's actually
She
opium
died
prime
because she
candidate, not
drowned.
Optimus
But
prime
she
candidate.
drowned for reasons that aren't clear.
Atlas seemed to have this all neatly worked out. If Simon's telling the truth, Atlas are lighting the fuse and then retiring to a safe distance, letting students test themselves and push themselves to their limits while avoiding all comeback. Is this what
Avoiding
happened to
comeback?
Kate?
You wouldn't say. Not
Ask
yet,
about a
but
few
we're
more
gonna
things,
get a
please.
volume warning about Ryan.
Now,
on this last
tell me
contradiction of the
what a
hour.
prime
He's gonna yell.
candidate is.
Just as
You're
a heads up
learning a lot,
before
aren't
that
you,
happens.
Inspector? Prime candidates are simply the best students. The ones
First,
with
we
the
got
most
some
potential.
interview stuff.
And what benefits do they get from that?
Well, they get the top job.
Which is?
Well, we have a deal with various multinationals. We train students to be exceptional, truly exceptional. And they get a wonderful top job. It's a very simple deal.
And how do you decide who the prime candidate is? Do you test students?
No.
Oh,
Did
you missed the
ever
part where the other guy
say,
lore
ask
dumped about how it
Simon
was
to
like
test
explicitly
Kate, for
trafficking
Oh, you've actually been speaking to Simon, haven't you? I really would.
for $1 million a person or something.
Says. You know, he spent the best
There was some
part
other stuff in
of
there,
2
but like on
months
that
trying
front,
to
he was
undermine
like
Kate. No,
pretty darn close.
Now, Simon Thompson, it really isn't my place to speculate, but if you're looking for motives, Inspector, he certainly
least,
had a
like,
few
pretty
motives.
cool stuff.
More than I.
A motive to kill her, do you mean?
Now, that's very interesting, Inspector. Well, that's up to you to decide.
Would you
The
like
notes
to
have check written
explain
in
what
American
this
English
is,
instead of
please,
check written
Ryan?
in UK
£500 intended for Kate. It fell out of your car. At least I assume that's your car on the driveway at Brandon House.
I suppose so.
Oh yeah, their house is
Why
named
were
too. It's
you
Brandon
going
House.
to give Kate
Like Eden Lodge, of course.
£500, Ryan?
It was just a little incentive, that's all. Just a little incentive.
Not very little, Ryan. £500?
She was a very good student. We heard that she was leaving. We wanted to give her something.
Oh, none of this evidence is
Well,
admissible in
obviously
court.
not.
Are you sure there wasn't any other reason you might want to give her this? Personal reason?
I would love if one person has
Well,
to
I'd
work
like
a
to keep
warrant
hold of
was
this
for all
for a
this
little
stuff
while, if
he
you don't
stole.
mind.
Well, don't consider it a bribe, will you, Inspector?
Yeah, we gotta ask about auto hypnosis, and then we're gonna get his ass. I was way higher up the list than I thought.
Can you tell me about auto-hypnosis?
Well, what would you like to know?
Do you use it on the course?
Yeah, it's implied
We
that
dip
a
into it
judge is
occasionally,
granted
but
a warrant
it's
for
not a major
everything.
feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't
it's
know.
I can do
have
it
a
at
clue.
one note.
It's not a requirement of the course.
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
Check 1. Auto hypnosis 2. Oh, no bribes except for all the bribes.
So, students aren't coerced or bribed in any
No,
way.
that guy was stabbing his hand of his own
Except
volition.
Kate.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Unfortunately,
You
I think
said
that was
you were going
he
to
was
give
really
Kate
just getting after it.
£500 as an incentive. That's coercion, isn't it?
I really don't think you could call it coercion, Inspector. It was an incentive, that's all, a little encouragement.
So, how often do you use incentives?
Okay, incentive is probably the wrong word. The money was just to see how Kate would respond. It was part of her assessment.
Yeah, he gets a little angry here, but on the next contradiction, for sure, volume
We don't
warning.
use conventional methods like sitting an exam or anything like that. People pay for this course per session. We have to know if they're committed or not.
So you're assessing their progress and testing their commitment?
Yes, we are. We have to. This is a business, not a charity.
So Ryan's claiming the money was part of Kate's assessment. And did this assessment also involve threshold testing, I wonder? Or was the money for something else?
He's gonna yell Trail out about business right now.
Well, which one is it, Ryan?
That's a good
Do you
angle.
test students or not?
Like a little gargoyle.
Well, some of them, yes.
Including Kate?
Yes.
Why was she being tested?
She was being tested because we wanted to see if she was
a
good
business.
enough to become prime candidate, okay?
So Kate was in the running to be prime candidate?
Yes!
And did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, I did. But I didn't ask him to do anything stupid. He knew it was against course rules.
How
Spilled his
far
piss.
did you
Stirred your
ask him
piss.
to push her?
I didn't ask him to push her. I asked him to test her. There's a huge difference. If Simon decided to give her too much caffeine or morphine or whatever, that's his responsibility.
Flash slashing
So
email.
if he did anything wrong, it was his own responsibility. He did it with his own mind and his own hand. We have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's a real good day, sir. Alright, last hour of the game. We gotta close this out. Let's go cause problems for Paul. I could have just gone to the next tile over.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Was Kate a prime candidate?
Well,
Yeah, we're not quite on PB pace, but we're like close enough.
Ryan
It's
has
pretty hard to get
probably
too far
already
off.
told you,
Unless
yes,
I
she was.
do too many extraneous stuff, which at the beginning
Yes,
I
it's
for sure
company policy. Leaders don't get involved.
And it covers your back, of course.
Well, nobody
Well,
knows the
more.
students better than they do, Inspector. It's much better to let them just work it out among themselves.
It isn't very professional to force students to test each other to the point where one of them gets killed, Paul.
We don't force students to do anything that they don't want to do, Inspector.
So you don't force them into being tested?
No, we don't encourage anybody to hurt or offend anybody else here.
Well, that
You
hey,
don't use
contradiction.
threshold testing, for instance?
No. If Simon Thompson went too far with Kate, that's his responsibility, not ours. He's the one you should be speaking to, if truth be told. I don't trust him
talk to
myself.
Simon. Mirror room.
Can you tell me about the room with the mirrors at Atlas? The one with the combination lock?
How did you get in there?
I was given the code for the combination.
By Ryan?
Well, nobody else is allowed to know the code, are they?
And not in theory.
Look, I
So
stole
how's
it.
the room used on the course?
I have a
then?
fake
It's a
warrant.
meditation room where the students can reflect on themselves, literally.
And what about the CD?
That helps too. It's part of the program.
So you send the students into the room, they put the CD on, they stare into the
I'm
mirrors.
sure you missed the
And how
DVD
long does
labeled
this last
Triple
for?
X. It was
Until
not
the CD
explicit.
finishes
This guy
or
just
they
stole a
fall
bunch
asleep.
of
What
stuff
else would you like to know?
and filmed it very badly. What is this? I can't read. Mirror room 3. Kate status 3. Threshold testing.
Aha.
It was the hit Vin Diesel movie.
You say
if
you
only.
don't endorse threshold testing, that's the phrase, isn't it?
Yes.
Except you do, Paul, because you told me that the students use that CD in the mirror room. I've listened to that CD, and it very clearly mentions threshold testing. You keep batting this away, Paul. We don't really use hypnosis. The students aren't really tested, but I am this close to launching a full-scale investigation.
Look, we
light
get
'em
a
up.
kickback from these students and they have to be exceptional. Of course we have to test them. That doesn't mean we do anything illegal. What do you think we do? Bump off the ones we don't like?
Well, that depends on how far you push them, doesn't it?
Well, we certainly don't kill them. Nobody here wanted Kate dead.
I'm sure they didn't. But what do you expect, Paul, when you put students under that much pressure?
She was a very, very valuable student. She was worth a lot to the business.
Really? And how much would that be?
Well, if you really want to know, 50 grand.
Not quite James's
She was worth
estimation,
50
but
grand.
Yes.
What, you were
it's just
selling
not a
her?
full scale
Of course we were selling her.
Yeah,
You
unclear.
don't get this, do you? We make perfect employees. Month after month. That's all we do.
What do you mean, perfect employees?
What big business needs, Inspector, more than anything else, is none of this altruistic, goody-goody crap. What we look for is people with ambition, no ethics. Push, greed is good,
yeah.
all right? We don't deal with all this comfort stuff. The survival of the fittest. That's all there is. There's no higher purpose, no big plan. There's nothing at the end of the rainbow, except what you have and you can enjoy in the here and now.
And what do you enjoy now, Paul?
Perspective shift? Yeah, it's pretty good. Got some good angles in here.
You're gonna have to excuse me, Inspector. I'm a very busy man. I've got work to do.
I'll see myself out.
It's trip for 4 hours, yeah. Look, they're trying to sequel bait a little bit in a way that didn't actually happen.
Shut the gate on your way out.
he's gonna go to sleep in that chair.
He's doing his level best to shut this place down. Get rid of him.
He's a policeman. We can't just...
You sort this, Ryan. You man up and you sort it. Tonight.
Alright, gamers, we got one more silly little ceremony to go view before we really start wrapping this thing up. Kyle was the guy egging on the dude to stab himself in the hand.
Two totally morally bankrupt men are plotting to get rid of me. It's midnight. I don't have any backup and I don't even have a mobile phone. This is potentially quite bad. And what's Kyle got to do with it? I think I might make my way over to Atlas while Ryan isn't there. Maybe lock myself in.
Oh, also Ryan beat us here.
Prove to me that you're man enough to do this, Kyle, and then you can deal with that ridiculous police inspector.
What is this?
Yeah, do you have questions about what's going on?
Not hell. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Inspector.
Yeah, stop him? Yeah.
Inspecting?
But he doesn't intervene in this situation right here quickly
I don't
enough
think
for
you
my
understand,
liking.
Inspector. The best thing that you can do is turn around, go away, and leave us
I
to
think
it.
you gotta stop.
Knife.
Thanks, I need you to
That
stop,
knife gives
Kyle.
me a perfect right to stick my nose in, investigate, and interfere.
This is all part of the Atlas
Hey,
course.
why are they
It's
in a battle of
physical
wits right now?
endurance exercise.
The knife, Kyle.
Kyle.
Drop it!
This is anime time, yeah. Also, the mask gave Kyle such this blank expression.
Not looking 100% brilliant for you, Ryan.
Well, please, Inspector, you've poked your nose into Atlas's affairs enough times to know that imaginative flair is part of the course's success. Our lessons are reinforced by a unique emotional experience.
Terror?
It's an extremely evocative tool.
Well, it's a good job you're not in charge of the national curriculum.
Now look, Inspector, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're thinking. But believe me, Atlas had nothing to do with the deaths of those people.
Eyewitness account of a satanic sacrifice
Yeah,
in the
he's
woods.
He's
That's not what we
gesticulating
call
with the knife a little too
circumstantial
much for
evidence,
my
Ryan.
comfort.
Simon. Now, I saw Simon walking home with Kate last Friday.
Now
after
we're
the
also
meeting.
now we're talking
Now,
about
Simon had some
evidence.
strange idea that he was in the running to become prime candidate. Well, a knob of butter has more chance of becoming prime minister.
We didn't PB gamers.
So are you telling me that
Simon killed her? Well, it seems reasonable. It's likely, isn't it?
any more likely than you, Ryan?
Get him next time.
Pig!
We do need to go talk to Simon. We'll see about Simon's innocence, though. This line sucks.
Police brutality.
It sucks so bad. But you maybe did need to slap Kyle. I will say, somebody had to. It maybe shouldn't be an officer of the law, though. And then we're just on our way. We just leave. We just let that diffuse on its own, I guess. Normal style.
A few more questions, please. What would you say if I said it's been suggested that you were seen walking home with Kate after Atlas last Friday?
What? By who?
The same person who suggested that you wanted Kate out of the picture because you found out she was in the running to be prime candidate.
What? Who said that?
Just a question.
I didn't think I was in the running. It was Ryan, wasn't it?
I am in no position to say.
It was Ryan.
Simon, calm down.
No, I can prove it. Kate's driving license, give it to me.
Why?
Cool.
Kate's driving license, please.
Oh, that's a clue we've had this whole time. I don't think it appears well in the run,
See
but
that
it's
pattern
been
on
at the
the
top
tape
of the
there?
list, right under Kate's death.
Let me show you something.
It was discovered in the lake where he supposedly drowned.
See
In
this
the same
pattern?
way Liam did.
Now look at that.
Probably should have played the little
It's the same
preface
pattern.
video.
This has come from the same roll of tape as this.
So?
So there's only one person that's taped like that. Ryan. He gave me this piece of tape when I was in his office once. Why has Kate's driving
tape was on the
license got
window?
a piece of Ryan's
Maybe.
tape on it?
I have no idea, Simon.
Where did you find it?
Oh, by the lake.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Ryan was testing her. He was doing a boundary test to see how much she would do, how far she would go to be a prime candidate. But it all went wrong. Okay. It's one of the things we do at the course, right? You give something that's important to you to someone else. Then they go and hide it somewhere. It's to teach you to not be bothered when you lose something that's important to you, all right? Kate gives her driving license to Ryan. Ryan goes and hides it somewhere down the lake. Kate finds out. She goes down looking for it, probably drunk, and she falls in.
I'm afraid I find that a bit far-fetched, Simon.
It makes perfect sense if you know anything at all about how Atlas
But
works.
Simon,
Yeah, if you're not
if you
listening to
got
all the
tape
business
from
stuff that
Ryan,
they're doing.
Kate could have got it from him.
He told me he doesn't lend it out.
He lent it to you.
But I didn't kill her. Do a lab test on the card. His DNA will be all over it.
And what if yours is all over it?
It won't be. I didn't kill her. I'm sorry. Just give me a minute. I need some painkillers.
Morphine painkillers. So DNA is all over it, yeah. Simon is allergic to opiates, of course. Alright.
Where did he go in such a hurry?
We gotta
He
learn about this
trying to
tape,
act as
gamers.
suspiciously as possible.
I think it should be the last clue waiting here.
I'll ask you a couple more things, please. Have you seen patterned
No,
tape
lock in the
like this anywhere
contradiction after
before?
this. Right as I
Oh,
hit the
Ryan's got
second
some.
clue, that's time.
I know, because I borrowed it.
When was that?
A couple of months ago?
Have you still got it?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it since then.
It's 12 a.m. Hope this helps. Tape 2. Here's the broken window way up here. Broken pub window 3. And that's time.
Aha.
No sub 2.
You last saw that
Can we
sticky
just hang
tape
out?
2 months ago. Is that correct?
Yes.
So how come you used it last week to tape over the broken window outside? That's the same tape.
Well, I must have been mistaken.
Sorry I
You
didn't
see,
snooze the ad, gamers.
the reason
I
I'm
feel bad.
asking is that it's exactly the same tape that was found attached to Kate's driving license, found at the scene. The tape that only Ryan has. Ryan, and of course, you.
So what are you saying?
Who's got the tape now? Do you know where it is?
No. No, I don't know where it is. Why are you asking me about this tape?
You seem nervous, Rebecca. Is there a problem?
Well, you're practically accusing me of having something to do with that woman's murder, aren't you?
I wasn't accusing you of anything, Rebecca. Unless there's something you'd like to tell me.
No, I wouldn't like to tell you anything.
Okay, well, that's fine. Obviously, we'll be swabbing everyone in the area for DNA, so if anything comes up on Kate's license, DNA traces.
What'll come up? Nothing will come up.
Well,
I've
there's
had
only
enough,
one
I've got to get back.
rule of tape that's
Rebecca.
colorful. It's so distinguishing.
Would you like to explain to me exactly what is going on?
Confession time?
Which bit? The fact that some leggy bitch was trying to steal my husband?
I think you had better tell me what you know, Rebecca.
It's quirky as I do.
Okay. You want to know what I know? Kate Vine seduced my husband and was going to blackmail him. Not only did she sleep with him, that whore did it just for his money.
Yeah, the affair
our
was so
money.
early on.
How did you work that out?
I heard her. I knew it was her arguing
no,
with
yeah.
Emma Bowman. Emma was trying to talk her out of it.
And how did she come to be at the lake?
She dropped that driving license thing when she came in. She was drunk. She dropped her
Driving
bag.
license thing,
I
noted.
took it out to the woods and stuck it over the lake. Then I waited for her. When she came out, I told her where it was, said someone had just run off into the woods with it.
You led her to the lake.
She was reaching out over the lake to get it. I didn't do anything. She just fell in.
But you let her drown.
It was dark. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't help her.
Really? Did you try, Rebecca?
Well, it was too late. She was just flapping about in the water. It was pathetic. She was making these gurgling sounds.
And what did you do?
I got a big stick. I just pushed her down with it until she stopped. Well, she was dead anyway. What did it matter?
You killed her, Rebecca.
She slept with my husband.
She didn't, Rebecca.
What do you mean?
It's playing in the background,
You
yeah.
got the wrong
Credits
girl.
come into the...
Who? Emma.
Uh-oh.
It was Emma.
Rebecca Rand, I am arresting you for the murder of Kate Vine. You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say may be taken down.
This guy
and
is lucky he
used
got a
in
confession,
evidence
and even
against
then, I don't know that any of this evidence is gonna hold up. He did a lot of thieving tonight, I will say.
So, it appears that Kate Vine's death was a tragic case of mistaken identity. But there are some loose threads here. What was Ryan doing with Kyle and that girl in the woods? What if I hadn't interrupted?
True.
And what really happened to Liam last year? It seems I've only scratched the surface of
I mean, I'll
Atlas
represent
and the
you in
Rand
court,
business
yeah.
empire. Trying to find out
Any
about
crimes
Paul
we commit in
Rand's
this
past
category, that'd be
is like
fun to
peering into
have a
dense
tracker.
fog. He gives nothing away and covers his tracks with military efficiency. However,
We'll look through the
what
clues.
is known is that Paul Rand has a lot of connections in high places. Politicians, celebrities,
Oh, this goes all the
business
way to the
leaders.
top?
Perhaps James Wilson's ideas weren't too wide of the mark after all. I get the feeling there's still a lot more to learn about the Rand business empire.
You're gonna have to excuse us. Atlas is closed for the moment, but we'll be open again very soon. Thank you for your interest.
Yeah. Right. Since ads just ran, I'm gonna let the credits run and take a little quick break. As these roll through. I hope you enjoyed this. We're gonna do some silly gaming still for a little bit, because it's only just after 9 my time. Thank you for indulging me in all cutscenes. I've been having a lot of time secretly preparing this. This is fun and good. Wish I made this game? Yeah. Leela, make an FMB. I'll be part of it in some way or another. Coding, I don't know. A character that everyone hates. I'll be right back. Oh. Story of accidentally going to the hypnotist doctor? Let's go. Did like it, and when are we doing it again? We might run this back. I feel like this would be a really good, like, hey, I started some CC runs, and then it turns out the game was really mean to me. Let's do this for 2 hours instead. I could be a great detective. Thank you. I think I would do all right. Her story, yeah, I've heard her story's good. There's another one that this team made. I don't remember if it was before or after. That has some of the same actors in it, but it sounds like it's like maybe more of a scary one. So I'm not sure if I would enjoy it as much. The acting in this goes hard. My parents didn't know how to get therapy and tried their best. Ended up a hypnotist doctor. Felt awkward that I pretended to be hypnotized. Hey, that's so relatable. I would also pretend to be hypnotized. Sam Barlow games are great. Was Sam Barlow the one who also did Immortality? Because I really like that one, and I won't give anything away about it, but the first time the, like, thing happens that is, like, the main conceit, not quite twist of the game, it really freaked me out, and I've not gone back to it. And it's not even, like, supposed to be that scary or a jump scare. It was just late at night, and I got very startled. Dead of Night, yeah, that's the other one by this team. Yep. Typical team event, we've all been there, yeah. That game was sick. Yeah, Immortality is really cool. I do want to go back to it. But yeah, underscore the first time the like, you know, secret thing that happens as you're going through it, like, the thing switches up, and I was just like, I was sitting here. It was probably, you know, maybe 1 a.m. I like literally leapt out of this chair, pulled my headphones off, and I was like, absolutely not. Just like involuntarily. A thing that is like kind of scary. The game is like sort of horror coded at the very least. But that like really was just like, oh no. Not for me maybe. But it's really cool, and maybe I'll watch a playthrough of it with like commentary or something that it cuts that tension a little. Let's see. Oh, we were gonna check on the crime situation. Let's look through these clues. So we stole the screwdriver for sure. The broken pendant was kind of just out and about. I think that's finders keepers rules. That's probably fine. We did break into the greenhouse. I don't know if we count that as multiple, but we broke into a couple different greenhouses of the same person. Jinx in time, yeah. Pendant was just out there. That one's fine. The picture frames we did take out of a greenhouse. We did a B&E on. Not great. The silver key was out and about. That one's fair. Fair game, I think. We did use it to then break into the back little outbuilding of the pub, so not great. Both, yes, the same greenhouse multiple times, but also a second greenhouse multiple times. So there's the main greenhouse where we got a scrying mirror. I don't think you see that. And the one person owns the multiple green. There's one guy, and his name was James, and he owned 2 greenhouses. We broke into only the first greenhouse once, but then the second greenhouse we broke into twice. There was scrying. Emma tried to teach us about scrying. We didn't really get the lesson. We couldn't figure out how to scry. I did try it playing this casually. Every once in a while, out and about, you like, you know, you pop over in your inventory and you're like, can I use the black scrying mirror here? You can't. We stole the mask after we B&E'd in with the key we found out and about. So finding the key out and about is not a crime. Using it to break into an outbuilding, crime. Stealing a cardboard mask out of there, crime. Brat in the Woods. It's really funny that it's called that. Oh yeah, so the first time we broke into the greenhouse, we stole the salvia, aka magic mint. We told we were allowed to search the kitchen, so it's maybe on the fence if we did a crime taking this DVD. I'm unclear. Stat in the top right, yeah, there should be crimes. Oh, only 96%? You have to, like, go back in and there's, like, one more question you can ask. Did say do not move on the DVD. That's fair. DVD had instructions. Crime. Bell burning ceremony. Unclear if that's the territory of, like, if we were told to not come back or anything. We did pick up the key fob or the, like, garage door opener and break into the garage. Crime. We stole this torch, aka flashlight. And then after that, we found the key fob to the car, went in there, stole a check, crime. Did get mugged, so that's -1. Yeah, we had a crime done to us. Yeah, we put the flashlight in our mouth, food crime. Prescriptions we didn't take. We only looked around in a pub/restaurant, so it was like in the main part, maybe not crime. Simon drops things. Not in the right order, but we did eventually pick up the thing Simon dropped, go inside to Simon and offer stuff, and ask about it. So maybe not crime. The mirror room we asked about, and he's like, you can go have a look. And we did have the pin, so that one's borderline. There's an implication that we could go look around, at least. We watched the skewer through the hand happen. Not a crime. I just would like to remind us all. The check, yeah, we sold the check for sure out of the car. The poppy pods was the second time we broke into the second greenhouse. Both times drug related, to be clear. Greenhouse 1, scrying equipment. Greenhouse 2, drugs. And then I think that's the last of the crimes. I didn't keep track, but it seemed double digits at least. Dude hand stabbing wasn't a crime, I guess. Yeah, we didn't do a crime there. You have 2 greenhouses, it's just prudent to have 1 drugs greenhouse. Yeah. You do not want to mix in a single greenhouse your supernatural equipment and your drug equipment. Not a good thing. Oh yeah, why we know what a poppy pod looks like? Unclear. But he did know immediately and be like, somebody's making opiates.